Hello everyone, welcome back to another Taekook One Shot. This is going to be twins Jungkook and thanks One Shot. I hope you will love it, and if you have a problem with my voiceover, please mute it down while you're reading it, okay? Thanks baby, since my night with Jungkook I haven't spoken to my stepmother. She has straight up ignored me, not that I care. Jungkook finally decided to leave away and with us out of the house. Jungkook is my stepbrother. After my mom's death, my dad got married with my stepmother and she has two sons, means my two stepbrother, but I have never seen their second one. I only met with Jungkook and live with him and my new family under one roof. The other son of my stepmother lived out of the country, his mom and my dad. It is not because they got married after their partner's death, but it is because they are dominating. They always want us to do things as per their likings. Now Jungkook wants freedom. But we love each other and he welcomed me to stay with him if I want to. But I was selected for college which is 7 hours away from his new home, so I can't. And though I thanked him and promised to visit during the holidays, our relationship hasn't changed. He is still that kind man my mom introduced me 2 years ago, but still, after our best moment of life, he hasn't talked about it. I feel like he regretted the things we did that night, his touch and kiss, and all the things that we did, which means a lot to me. I think he doesn't mean it, but don't hate him for that. Jungkook was kind and sweet to me when we were doing that, and it was me who make move that night to do that. It was not like he used me and leave. It was both of us need. But now that I am in college, I decided not to think about it. Maybe it's for the best of us if we never talk about it and act like it never. It was meant to be one time thing. It will only remain as a memory. The spring holiday rolled in, and for the next 2 weeks, I will live with Jungkook. During the winter break, I managed to convince my best friend Jimin and Youngi, my best friends in college, to go on a trip. Since I couldn't face meeting Jungkook just yet, especially not live with him for like 2 weeks or more, because the memories of that night were still fresh. But this time both my friends wanted to visit their families, and honestly deep down I wanted to see him again. Then I want you to meet Jungkook. He is my brother and your stepbrother. Jungkook joked while introducing me my stepbrother Jungkook. I look up from my book. It's been 3 years since I have been here, and 3 days since I have been here, and I have mostly been hiding in my room. But today Jungkook told me he want me to meet someone special, so for the past hour I sat in the kitchen at the asylum and read a book for an upcoming lecture. Closing the book, I stand up and walk towards the two men. Jungkook was standing in living room with Jungkook and his backpack right beside him. I figured he just arrived here. I smiled at him and Bob welcoming him. He was looking just like Jungkook, handsome and hot. Just few difference in him and Jungkook was his piercing one on his lips and one on his right eyebrow and his right hand full of tattoo. That all little details is giving him some bad boy vibe, but he is too attractive. I was literally eyeing him before I turned to Jungkook. He still looks so good. Why don't you two sit down and I get in the wine? Jungkook suggests and gestures to the living room couch. I swelled. I have been avoiding this place since I entered the house. Jungkook seems to notice my hesitation, and for a moment there is an unreadable expression on his face. He turns away and leaves us alone. Jungkook walk, walk into the room. When he realizes I am not following him, he turns around and look at me. Smiling, I follow him because I don't want him to ask what's wrong. With trembling legs and flushed cheeks, I entered the room. My eyes fell to the couch and I swelled again, trying to hide my face. As Jungkook enters the room, let's drink, he says, and he puts the wine bottle on the table. My cheeks are flushed. This time it's the alcohol. I don't drink much, but my alcohol tolerance is low. But both of my stepbrothers are still fine, even though they drank almost the whole wine bottle plus a beer. The two of them talk about their school time when they used to live together and about their work. And they try to include me, and I talk about college life. It's been a pretty nice evening so far, and I relax on couch. So, do you have a boyfriend? Jungkook suddenly asks, and I almost choke on the wine, wiping wine from the corner of my lips. I glance at Jungkook. He seems tense, and his jaw is clenched. A smile crept onto my lips. I am not sure if it's the alcohol or if it's just being teasy. As I answer him, no. Jungkook's shoulder relaxed. But there is this one guy, he seems really sweet. I say, smiling at Jungkook. He was sitting in front of me while I take a sip. Jungkook looks confused as Jungkook stand up and walk out of the room. His eyes follow Jungkook and Jungkook leaves. Then Jungkook looks back to me with the innocent look on his face. I just shrug my shoulder and cross my legs before pushing a hair strand behind my ear. Well, anyways, this guy is really amazing, I say again, and Jungkook appears in the doorway like in any possible way, if you know what I mean, I say, and wink at Jungkook. Just as Jungkook sits down again, in a second he is up again and takes the wine glass from my hand. Jungkook puts it on the table with such force that the red liquid spills over his hand. I think you had enough, baby Tete. Maybe you should go to bed, Jungkook says through gritted teeth, and he grabs my arm and pulls me from the couch towards the door. Even though I try to get away from his grip, I enjoy this way too much. How Somehow I manage to pull away from him and look at Jungkook. He has a smirk on his face, and I walk towards the kitchen and Jungkook follows me, closing the door behind us. My tipsy mind is also wanted this, but it was craving for something else or someone else, maybe for Jungkook. I shake my head at the thought, and suddenly Jungkook grabs my arm again and pushes me against the kitchen island. I slightly cried. This make him even more furious. I know I am behaving like a bot. He wanted to have a nice evening with his step brother who came back after so many years. I ruined it by being annoying. Tell me about this guy, Jungkook says. I stare at him. His eyes are darkened and his eyebrows are frowned. He is jealous. Instead of answering, I take his wine split hand and bring it up to my lips, locking my eyes with him. I started to kiss on his fingers, testing the wine on his fingers. I was kissing and teasing him. He swelled hard. Thang, he says in a warning voice. When I let go of his hand, he moves it to my throat, pushing me further into the iceland behind me. His lips devour mine. He slightly kissed down before pulling away and turning me around with a swift motion. His lips was on mine and he started being passionate. I closed my eyes, enjoying his touch. His right hand brushed itself in my neck and hair, pushing me down. His other hand is still on my waist. Don't make noise, Jungkook teases me. His nose is in my hair before he turned my head to him. Tell me about this break, he spit out in disgust. This is so ridiculous, and I laugh. His hand runs from my cheek to my neck and he kissed it again. What's his name? Another kiss, and I tried to free myself from his grasp. He doesn't exist, I confess. Jungkook stills. I break free and turn to face him. He doesn't exist, I repeat, still fainting. Jungkook steps back. He watches me, confused, curious, and almost amused. He looks down while putting his hand on his side. He clenches and looks up again before he slowly approaches me, and he puts his arm on the east side of mine as he leans his hands against the marble surface. Now I feel his hot breath on my face as his eyes scan my face. Then he leans in and gently captures my lips with his own. His soft kiss turned into passionate kiss. I was pulling Jungkook more closer. We were having a great time when the door opens. Jungkook walked in and stepped abruptly. Stupid, Jungkook muttered under his breath, and my gaze drops to Jungkook. He is looking like he wants this too, and from the look of it, Jungkook has been listening the whole time. Me and Jungkook, for some reason, this makes me think about the thought I had few minutes ago. Me with Jungkook and Jungkook both. Oh my god, I was looking at Jungkook and Jungkook, who has been frozen since his brother walked in. Jungkook takes a few steps back, breathing heavily as he watches me sit on the counter, then come back and grabs my wrist. He puts me down. Go to him, he demands, and he shows me to watch Jungkook. Jungkook said, and I obey him. I blush, but I do what he says. Coming to a stop in front of Jungkook, I stare at him through teary eyelashes. Jungkook nods to Jungkook, and before I can ask what that means, I feel two strong hands on my stomach and am being lifted up. My tiptoe touches the cold floor for a second before Jungkook turns me around and throws me on his shoulder. I wiggle annoyed and he holds me. They walk to the living room, and in the next second I am on the couch, the same color couch that was in his parents' house where me and Jungkook did some naughty stuff few months ago. Jungkook pulls me closer and he started kissing my lips, all this while I stare at Jungkook, who was smirking at me and Jungkook. Time escape, let's get you clean up, love. Jungkook whispered against my lips and he gets up. He held my wrist as he lifted me in bridal style as he carries me to the shower. Jungkook follows us, and I know this is going to be a long night as both of my stepbrother have a smirk on their faces and having some eye conversation. So everyone, this is it. How was it? Don't forget to tell me in the comment section. If you have any request, please comment it down. I'll try to write it. Bye.